I know that these humans are the real animals. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow their house down.
Look, I'm gonna upload this video, right? But I want y'all to watch a few things in here, okay? Now, I know it's hard for you guys, but leave some comments as to what you think. And I see there's a lot of people that really aren't researching anything, and everybody has a voice, all right? And it's not that I need it. I'm telling you, it's a test on you. I might come on much later tonight. It's kind of dark by light, depending on if it's below 50 or not. Some things need to be expressed. You know, there's a timeline to things for those who are in time, right? And listen to me. I look for things. I don't expect any of you to get it, because I would say 99% of you don't. But things are laid out as a puzzle to me. Even though there are things I want to discuss and talk about, it's more about my story I have to tell. But it's almost like time is telling on itself. I don't think y'all really get it, because nobody said it yet. But everything is laid out, and in functionality of everything, every week, every day, every hour, every minute, everything is being told to you. Y'all just don't hear it. And then I guess you would say I get discouraged, because everybody's still running around in the same veracity and vernacular that you have been scripted to. What if I told you that you never died before? Until now. You know, there's a whole... I don't want to expect anybody to accept it. I just want you to watch these videos, all right? And it's not just for the perversion. You know, I use words because y'all grab it. And I figured it would benefit you in a different way. But I am really getting tired, y'all. It's not tired like I want to go to sleep kind of tired. Check out the videos, okay?
Nothing but melanin everywhere.
As you can see here, melanated men and women dressed accordingly in style, which was later stolen by the European. We are the original tailors. We are the original trendsetters. This is the Electric Tower, Buffalo Exposition, 1901. An old world lost in time. This exposition was supposedly built temporarily, only to be taken down again and destroyed. They expect us to believe that this was built by horse and buggy, hammer and chisel. This architecture has been there for thousands of years, not just before 1776. The world fairs were all cover-ups to restore the Tartarian old world architecture, so the new world would ask questions down the line. To be honest, the controllers are lazy and did not do well at all covering up our story, which is Tartaria. The old world buildings is still standing today worldwide, and let that be known. We are the American Indians, the parents of science and industry. Let that be known. We are the advanced civilization of free energy, agriculture, and technology. Let that be known. I'm Newbie One.
How about the stuff we see in Auschwitz, what we see in Hollywood movies, what we see in the Holocaust Museum in Washington today? Is that not a Nazi gas chamber?
Hollywood movies, we put it aside, okay? You said, what do we see in Auschwitz? So of course I went to Auschwitz and I saw a room which was presented to us tourists as a gas chamber. But I found something suspect about this, and I remember it was in '75. I asked an official of the museum to come with me, and I asked him some questions about the place. And the man who first had said, I remember his name was Mashawek. He was 54 at the time. Said that it was perfectly genuine. And I trapped the man, and he had to confess, he blushed, and he had to confess that it was a reconstruction. And I said, okay, a reconstruction. It means that you have plans. I want to see those plans. And I cannot get into the details, but that's the way I found the plans of those places, and those places had never been gas chambered. It's very difficult to gas someone, you see, because if you use hydrocyanic acid, you need something extremely sophisticated. I even went to visit in United States, in Baltimore, for example, an American gas chamber to have an idea of how can you gas someone with hydrocyanic acid or Zyklon B without gassing yourself. Now, this is for Auschwitz. So in Auschwitz, what you see, what the tourists see, is only something which was a morgue, and then it was transformed in an air raid shelter. It was never a gas chamber and could never have been used as a gas chamber. You have a poor little tiny door with glass, and it would have been broken by the prisoners in it. The gas would have gone to the SS hospital at 20 meters there. It's a physical and chemical impossibility.
What you're saying is the Scofield Bible, its theology is deceptive.
A very wealthy, very charismatic preacher named John Darby came with this doctrine that's now referred to as the secret rapture or the pre-tribulation rapture. And guess who he was connected to, by the way? The Rothschilds.
Interesting.
Have you ever heard of a Scofield Bible?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so C.I. Scofield was basically a student of John Darby, and he adopted that part of the doctrine, and he incorporated that into the Bible. It was the first Bible ever made that had study notes with it. It became so popular, every Christian was reading it, every minister was reading it, including me, including my own father. For a long time, that's what we believe too. But when you start actually going back and reading line by line by line what is said that will be leading up to Jesus coming back, which is when the rapture happens, it's the inverse of what John Darby put down. My sense was the Scofield stuff, which has had massive implications for our foreign policy, for example, and in our domestic politics, was probably a lie. I do know that that translation or that commentary on the Bible has had massive effects on our politics that have been very, very negative and resulted in the deaths of a lot of people.
You cannot use the law of attraction without the law of vibration. The law of attraction is a secondary law. The law of vibration is the foundation. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. This universe operates by law. Never chase. Attract. Chasing comes from a place of lack and fear. Thoughts that are felt make their way into your subconscious mind, the feminine part of the mind, which is the creative force. From there, the energy of that thought's frequency makes its way into your sympathetic nervous system. This energy is now a part of your DNA and affects your vibration. Your vibration attracts things to you that are in harmony with it. Unlike the conscious mind, the subconscious mind has no power to reject. It has to bring what's impressed upon it into form, whether negative or positive. It is crucial to constantly be in a calm and relaxed state. All you need to do is set a clear intention of what you want and feel like you already have it. See it as already realized. Act upon the idea that enters your mind without overthinking it. If you already mastered the art of thinking, this is the next step. By being in a calm and relaxed state, you allow the universe to speak to and through you. In a state like this, you will attract ideas, conditions, and circumstances that will benefit you in getting the things you desire. You will attract effortlessly. Your life will be easy. They say life is hard. That's just how it is. This is a lie. Life doesn't have to be hard. In fact, it shouldn't be. It is your own perception that dictates whether it's going to be hard or easy. Change your perception. Poverty and failure are a disease of the mind. You should be prosperous. You are imprisoning yourself within your own mind. Heaven and hell are existing on earth at the same time. It depends upon your own mind whether you live in heaven or hell. You are the creator of your life. You are here to learn how to manipulate energy. You cannot.
Second wave will be the electromagnetic weapon, and that is what we are facing now. And that's why this document is so important, because if we're going to survive this, we need to take measures to protect our health, to avoid being targets, and especially to build up our own immune system and our own bodily strength. And they offer information on how you can do that. You know? And I'd like to end by saying that I am extremely worried about the children. And that's why today I wanted to do a live stream, because during the lockdown, as we've seen again from this document, it was actually this is a global agenda, and because I'm international, I see how this agenda is playing out across the world, because I see the repetition. I see the identical repetition in each country. And so I see that measures have been put in place for children to be removed from their homes. And we know that the lockdown measures included the speeded up installation of 5G. And we know, and you can see here in Vienna, I've been shocked to see how many enormous antennas have been installed immediately outside schools, nurseries, kindergartens. It's horrifying. And I'm also told that YGIG has been widely installed in British schools. So I have to warn parents, do not send your children to school, because the second wave is going to be the electromagnetic radiation. And the intention is to declare that the children have been affected by the alleged COVID, and they're quarantining the school, and parents may never see their children again.
When you look at the dollar bill, you see more than just paper. Look closer. Why is there an Egyptian pyramid on American currency? Why Latin phrases? Most people never question it. They're too busy chasing dollars to actually look at one. At the top of the bill, it says, Annuit Coeptis. That means our enterprise is successful. But whose enterprise? At the bottom, Novus Ordo Seclorum, the New World Order. They put it right in front of you, plain as day. This isn't decoration, it's a declaration. Look at the pyramid. 13 layers. Why 13? It's not just about the original colonies. Look closer. 13 stars, 13 stripes, 13 arrows, 13 leaves. This number keeps showing up. Is that just a coincidence? Or is it a hidden code, a symbol of power and control woven into the very fabric of our system? And here's the kicker. See the American shield? That's the true flag. But the US flag? That's a different story. The stripes run horizontal because the United States isn't a country. It's a corporation, a privately owned entity operating under a different set of rules. The symbols, the numbers, the words, it all points to one thing. A system of power hidden in plain sight. The real rulers of the world don't need to hide. They just need to keep you distracted.
We'll leave it in the comment section. For those who take it serious. And for those two idiots that always come in and then leave, and just stay away. Don't come back. You can watch the video or whatever. You don't have to subscribe. Please don't. Please. You're not doing me no favor either way. Stop wasting your time. Stop being so broken.